Hi everyone, it's Lisa Brown with InkandInspirations.com. Thank you for joining me today. In this video, we're going to be making this sweet and simple card using the Snow is Glistening stamp set from Stampin' Up. This set is available only in November of 2018 or while supplies last during this month. And it goes along with some beautiful thinlits and another stamp set that all coordinate together beautifully. But for today's card, we're going to be just using this stamp set to make a holiday card with some other products that it can blend beautifully with. So let's get started. I am going to need a cherry cobbler card base cut at 5.5 by 8.5, and we're going to fold that and give it a good crease at 4¼ inches to make a landscape style card. And we'll be able to set this aside for now. Okay, I have a piece of the Farmhouse Designer Series paper cut at 4 by 5¼ that's going to be layered on top of that card base. I have a piece of garden green cardstock cut at 2 by 5¼ that's going to layer completely across that piece of designer paper. And then I have Very Vanilla cut at 1 3/4 by 5¼ and that is going to go over top there. Then I'm going to need just a scrap of Very Vanilla so that I can punch a 1-inch circle for the sentiment. So let's do this simple stamping here. I'm just going to put it on my grid sheet and center it the best I can. And I want this to be easy so that I'm not going to use any kind of positioning system. I'm just going to use my stamps, and they're photopolymer so I can see where I am stamping. I'm getting my garden green cardstock, and I'm using this small snowflake here from the set, and I'm going to ink that up in garden green, and then I'm going to stamp in the center. Okay, just easy. Then I'm going to go on each end and close to the edge, but just make this row of snowflakes. Okay, good enough there. So let's get our cherry cobbler ink, and I'm going to use this largest snowflake here. And so let me open this up, and I'm going to take this and ink that up, and I'm just going to go in between these garden green snowflakes. Okay, center it there, good to go, and again here. Okay, good to go. So let's go ahead and layer these pieces so that they're ready for us, and then we'll work on our sentiment. Now I'm using just the word joy, which is a stamp from the set, and I'm going to use it as really an accent piece, but also as the front sentiment. So I'm going to stamp it in garden green, and I'm going to stamp before I punch so that I can center that 1-inch circle over top. Let me turn this around here and ink that up. Then I'm going to take my 1-inch circle and just center that and punch. Then I still have some ink from when I stamped the cherry cobbler snowflakes, and I'm going to blow in the stamp to moisten it a bit, and there it is going to be like a pattern on top of the joy, and I'm just going to stamp it twice to give it a little bit of an accent there. Now I have a sponge, piece of a Stampin' sponge, and garden green ink that I'm going to sponge around the edges here, just like that. And then I'm going to take a Stampin' Dimensional and pop that over top of one of these cherry cobbler snowflakes, just like that. Okay, so now I'm getting the designer paper. I'm going to line that up and give myself about 1 inch on the bottom. Okay, so let me get my snail and just come up here. I'm going to go like that and line it up on that little garden green line there. Okay. All right, and then I'm using a piece of the lace trim, and I'm just going to tie it around the designer paper, which is actually the whole top layer of that card that's going to layer on the top of the card base. And I'm just going to simply tie a knot. Now you can add more to these if you'd like, but I just wanted to keep it simple and show you how you could use this with just the stamp and get a really pretty Christmas card. All right, let me trim these off. Like that. Okay, now let's go ahead and attach that to the top. You could add little pearls or rhinestones, but I'm just going to leave mine just like this. Okay. I can use some snail to go over top, and we'll be good to go. Now to finish the inside of this card, what I will do is I'll cut a piece of very vanilla cardstock at 4 by 5 1/4 to layer on the inside, and then I'll choose one of these other sentiments to stamp that in the center, and probably stamp a couple of snowflakes to accent it off. Okay? All right, if you have any questions, let me know. Please visit my website at inkandinspirations.com for more ideas. I'll also have the details there for this project with products and dimensions. And if I can help you with anything, let me know. Take care. Bye-bye.